He was once the national wrestling champion. Poverty forced him to retire and become an ordinary office worker. His life carried a single regret. He never won a world gold medal for his country. He had always hoped for a son to inherit his wrestling legacy, but fate had other plans. His wife gave birth to 4 children, all daughters. In that conservative little town, he became the subject of ridicule, and his dream of a champion seemed completely shattered. Then one day, 2 neighbors came to complain. Their 2 teenage boys had been beaten so badly they were covered in bruises. To his astonishment, the culprits were his own young daughters. In that moment, the long-lost spark in his eyes lit up again. He suddenly realized a gold medal is a gold medal. Whether a son wins it or a daughter does, the meaning is the same. Determined to turn his daughters into true warriors, he became the strictest father in town. He forced them to wake at 5 a.m. for weight runs, to train in filthy mud, and to practice combat. He confiscated their favorite snacks, and even against their tears and pleas, he cut off their cherished long hair with his own hands. The whole town whispered that he had lost his mind, but he knew in his heart, if he wasn't ruthless now, they might spend their whole lives trapped around a stove. Eventually, his eldest daughter entered a professional sports school where she was introduced to so-called scientific training methods. She began to think her father's ways were outdated. In a private match, the gray-haired father even lost to his adult daughter. The eldest thought she had surpassed him until she suffered a string of crushing defeats on the international stage. In her despair, she finally understood. The father who had trained her in that humble, muddy field was her strongest support all along. At the decisive moment of the finals, her father was locked in a dark storage room by the opponent's malicious trickery. With no coaching from the sidelines, she fell into unprecedented despair. Then she remembered the words he had once told her. "Daddy can't always save you. You have to learn to fight on your own." With one last earth-shattering suplex, she made a stunning comeback and finally stood atop the World Championship podium. In that moment, all the ridicule and prejudice turned into a roar of applause. The father looked at his daughter, who had won a World Championship gold medal for her country, and finally said the words that had come far too late. "You are my pride."